Mark, welcome to the Commerce Talks show. Today we are talking about what is the market actually called? It's not the food market. It's the stuff you need to prepare food in the gastro industry. So when I'm going to your website and try to find out what you are selling, I see very big machines I'd like to have at home, but it wouldn't make any sense because they're used in restaurants. Tell us about Gastrohero and about yourself, please.
Yes, maybe we can talk about this later if you need something for your kitchen. Yes, thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to join your podcast, Alex. Maybe something about Gastrohero. We want to be customers' most trusted brand for kitchen equipment. So, as you already said, we sell kitchen equipment. What does it mean? Heavy stuff, heavy products like fridges, ovens, but this is the way we started 8 years ago. But today we also sell all products that you need in a professional HoReCa business. So from the hard equipment parts to small wares, tabletops, so also glasses, small things that you need for presentation. So all kind that professional kitchen equipment that you need, from small pieces to big pieces. As I already said, we founded Gastrohero 8 years ago. What are our customers? We sell, as you can imagine, to restaurants, to hotels, but also to many different business times. Almost everybody who needs, in a professional way, those equipments like sport clubs, schools, retailers, and or business company who offers food for the employees. And maybe what are our core markets? We started in Germany, but very quickly we went also to Austria and to Switzerland. And today, beside Germany, Austria, Switzerland, we also have many customers in France and in Belgium. So this in a nutshell, what is Gastrohero?
Okay, I would assume that this market, like for professional kitchen equipment, was like a pure mail order market or driven by a local field force. So when the school kitchen needed some new fryer or a big refrigerator, they would have called a guy from, I don't know, ABC, and they would come and present what kind of merchandise they could offer. How has this order behavior changed over the last year? Is it really the case that a cook or the user in the kitchen would go to Google, therefore find Gastrohero and select a new product? Because in the kitchen, I think it's very, very tailored. So every kitchen is different. There might be you might need like a different size for your kitchen, so it's not as standard as it is in the home industry. So how many cooks are ordering fryers now online?
Yes, you're right. When we started, it was a very traditional sourcing area for cooks. So there are no really official numbers that I can say this is the exact online share of this market. But we suggest that 8 years ago we maybe had a online penetration of 2 to 3% because everybody used the traditional specialist, most local retailer, or maybe like cash and carry markets for smaller pieces. But we see that this changed over the year because this also is our business idea. We see many reasons why this should changed, and this is also that we see, especially the last 2 to 3 years. So we now have an online penetration over 10%. And maybe you have to see different use cases. So it's still that way when you will open from the scratch a new kitchen and a restaurant. So you are right. There are many tailor-made things, and it's a project. So this is not our type of business. We also offered this in the last year to see if this works or not. But we see that this really local project business is a business where we also see in the future the need of local partners. But when you see how many times a kitchen or a restaurant have to purchase new things, it's from 10 to 20 times that that restaurants have to invest on a yearly base in new products. And when you have this substitution, it's a lot more convenience yeah, to also do this online. So our task in the last year was to generate a brand awareness. You are right. Of course, the behavior in general changed. So today there are really cooks that will start searching on the internet if there are possibilities to buy the products. But of course, we also have the task to show them that Gastrohero is a online retailer where he can buy the products that he needs. So this changed the
So,
last years.
what is the price point of a new kitchen in a professional environment? If you like open up a restaurant, let's say 20 tables, 30 tables, and you're opening up a new kitchen, what is the investment size you have to make for really getting everything done for the kitchen?
Oh, this is a difficult difficult question, and everybody in the market will answer with it depends, because there are different quality levels. There are different levels or different types of stuff that you products that you need. So to give you an idea of a range, it will not be possible to open a kitchen for less than 30,000 euros, but you also will be able to invest 250,000 euros in a kitchen like this. So you see, there's a wide range. Depending on the quality and the type of product that you need. And beside the kitchen, this is also very important. You also have other areas, the area where you prepare the beverages and the drinks. So you do not only have the kitchen, you have different types of investment areas in a restaurant, as an example.
Okay, and the overall equipment you would need for a restaurant, how much of it can I order at Gastrohero? Like tables, glasses, tableware, whatever. Maybe even the merchandise and the marketing material I need for the window.
Yes. So we are very strong in the equipment area, because this was our starting point, and now we are also very strong in the smallware and in the beverages area. This means everything, also small parts that you need to prepare the food, smaller electrical products or additional equipment. We since 4 years we also sell or offer many products like glasses and like dishes, um, um, which you can purchase at Gastrohero. Where we are still not that strong is the furniture area. So you cannot buy at the moment tables, chairs in a very deep product range at Gastrohero. This would be a further step, but of course. You also can um, you also can buy the products that you need on a daily basis, like cups, like things that you use and throw away. So um, we are still not good in the decoration area, but one of our core strategies is to increase the assortment width, that the customer can buy everything that he need really at our store.
And for my private kitchen, if I would go for buying you a new dishwasher, I would end up with Bosch Siemens or Miele, for example, or AEG. How does it work in a professional environment? Is it Gastro Hero branded, or is also Bosch Miele a strong provider in that area?
In this field, the professional kitchen equipment sector is a little bit different. So you have on the one side, you have really the premium brands. The brands that you said are not famous in the professional kitchen equipment. So you have other brands which are famous in the professional kitchen equipment, but they are only responsible for some part of the market share. So you see a really huge size of the market where you see wholesale brands or where you see white label brands. So you see the premium brands on the one side, but there is still a big size for own brands, and this is also a type of our strategy. So a huge part of our products that we sell are really Gastrohero products, so it's our own brand. But on the other side, depending on the product type, we also offer many different brands.
Hmm. And how big is the share of Gastrohero products compared to the overall assortment you're offering?
It's more or less 1/3 that we offer as a Gastrohero brand.
And are kitchen owners, professional kitchen owners, cooks, are they eager to get the big brand in their kitchen, or it's just like you offer them a project price, and then they're going with the Gastrohero fridge and with the Gastrohero whatever fryer, or like in the better restaurants, they would say, no, I would need the equivalent of Miele in my kitchen because otherwise the cooks I'm hiring won't do the job here.
This depends on the product type. So there are type of product types like combi steamer, where there is a really high loyalty to a certain brand, and where you maybe have also cooks with a certain knowledge to use these products, but you have other product types where this is not so important. So in the cooling area, like fridges, there is no really big loyalty to high brands, and also in the dishwasher sector, this example you gave, there are many customers who are looking for a good product. This means for them that the result of the washing process has a good quality, that the technical specifica of the product are good, that there is a good quality price ratio. So brand, of course, always is a relevant parameter, but it's not that important as it's in the B2C area.
And who are you competing with in the market? Is it rather like the guys from Metro who are like also shipping the raw products to the restaurant, like fruits and vegetables and all this stuff, or is it rather Amazon Business who is claiming to be super successful now in the B2B environment, or is there a special area from who just announced going B2B only? I think Conrad was one of the chains that announced it. Are those competitors, or is it way more specialized?
No, it's way more specialized. So at the moment, these are, of course, Amazon Business is a competitor, and also Amazon in general. You find some kind of products in the kitchen equipment sector at Amazon, but it's not that this is our main competitor. So our main competitor, and this is also our focus, is still the traditional retailer. As I said at the beginning, we believe that the online share at the moment is more or less 10%. So this means there is still a high potential to shift the offline customers to the online sector, and this is our main competitor focus. Of course, there are already also online competitors. You have marketplaces, and you have also competitors like us. But our main focus is really to accelerate the offline to the online shift.
Okay, got it. And they would say only 10% of the way is gone so far. So 90% of the market is still offline. So there's plenty growth potential for companies or for services like yours. How loyal are the customers in your area? Because in B2C businesses, which are also sometimes here in the podcast, that is usually part of the challenge, bringing the customer back on a regular basis. So there's not such a big need for spending money on Facebook or Google. In your case, I can assume there's like service potential. Glasses are broken, so there must be like a lot of potential contact points with your customers.
Yes. When we started, our problem was so 8 years ago or 6 years ago that we focused on the equipment market. So it's nice because you have high order values and high baskets, but on the other side, these are investment products. And when you buy a dishwasher or fridge, you will not buy this on a regular basis. So um, we had the situation that a customer only can buy every 2 or 3 years a product, and also if he's satisfied and loyal after 2 or 3 years, he will start a new search process for suppliers. Now we offer really a huge assortment, also of products that you can buy every month or every 3 months, and we see that. When you really treat the customer in a good way, when you help the customer, when you are a sparrings partner of the customers, because sometimes he wants to order something, and when you see the orders, you see that he needs a sparrings partner because maybe it's not the right product. And when you offer a good after sales service, because the products are used in a heavily way in the kitchen, so every product in a certain or after a certain time needs some technical support. And if you offer all these parts of the value chain for the customer, you see that he really will get a loyal customer. So we don't see that the customer will at the moment choose only one supplier, but he has a set like 4 or 5 suppliers that he, depending on the product area, will be loyal if you really treat him good. And this is one of our main goals, to increase the repurchase rates and the loyalty of our customers.
And is it still a status quo in the industry that that your customers are buying the kitchen equipment? Because what we're seeing in other industries, it's this kind of lease deals, because there's so much money available in the market that financial services would be willing to give Gastrohero like a big debt working line and say, okay, instead of spending now 30, 40, 50K for your new restaurant in the kitchen, you have to pay me, let's say, 1K a month or 2K a month just for leasing the equipment, based on the consumption, based on how you use it, essentially, and you could use the rest of your money for marketing and other services, for increased salaries, for example, which I would guess in the restaurant industry or in the gastro industry could be a thing.
Um, Maybe the gastro industry has in this area a little bit different history. So um, at the moment, most of our customers and in general in the business, they buy the products. Of course, if you have a huge project, you will not buy it cash. We also offer leasing options, but it's more like a traditional leasing of financing. One reason is, of course, that for banks and for financial or debt givers, it's the food or the restaurants industry is not yeah, an industry which is so stable with financial KPIs. So we still have many customers which are not surprised to give payment in advance. So there is a history that our customers know that it's very difficult to get financing support. So, but on the other hand, what is a tradition also the last 20, 30 years, that restaurants or bars will make a contract with let's say beer supplier, and he will pay the money for all the equipment. And on the other hand, I have a contract that the next 5 years, the next 10 years, I will buy the beverages or the food from him. But at the moment, this is not a trend. So at the moment, we are really in the situation that the customers are buying the products. What we see and what started, as you also see in other industries, that there are pay-per-use models. So there are some suppliers, premium brands, which now offers pay-by-use prices. So they will offer you the product, and I think this can be really a very interesting point for the future. And we will also start trying things in this area. But at the moment, this is still not the standard in the sector.
Yeah, it would even make more sense, like for because the bank is giving you the money, right? So you're getting the leasing, would be the leasing contractor, and when their restaurant has to close the shop after half a year or a year or so, you just take back the products and give it to other restaurants, which you could price in actually in the lease price. So it would make even more sense to then we have more restaurants, more flexibility, and a much better usage of the kitchen equipment. Can you give us a bit of a view how you went through Corona, because that's actually a market that was hurt most by the virus, because people could not do out of home things anymore. Was it something that where your business was at risk, or was there another channel you could have developed during that time?
Now, Corona really had a huge impact. First, of the business of our customers. So when you see the numbers, 2020, the sales which the HoReCa industry made decreases 40%. So they had some months where when everything was closed in the lockdown, where the sales level decreases up to 70%. So in our industry, Corona really was a major impact, 2020 and also 2021, and this also had a huge impact, of course, on our business. So when you see 2020, the sales in the restaurant sector decreases 40%, and the last year was the same level, so it did not increase. We are happy that our sales numbers did not increase so much, but we had 2020 a decrease of 20% in our sales. Also with some months especially when Corona started and nobody knew nothing. As we sell many investment products, this type of products nobody purchased in this time. So we saw a huge impact. During the time, especially in the last year, we were able to recover. So the last year we already returned to our sales level that we had in 2019. Two main reasons. We see that Corona, like in other e-commerce areas, works as an accelerator for the offline to online shift. So we see many customer groups who in the history did not purchase at a modern supplier like us, which learned to use e-commerce as a supplier. So this really works as an accelerator. And on the other side, we increased our product portfolio and addressed really this business types, because the impact of Corona in our industry was very different. If you are a restaurant which is a business type restaurant, you still feel the impact. If you are a business in the night in the nightlife area, you had a huge impact till 1 month ago and still feel an impact. If you are a fast food or a delivery restaurant or a pizzeria, maybe the last year already was a really good year for you. So the impact of Corona also for our customers was very different. So we were happy that we were able to recover the last year to the level of 2019. But in general, the impact of Corona really was huge for our customers and also for us.
Okay, yeah, got it. Totally understand. So you would say the impact on the offline Gastroheroes was very severe and long lasting, but this kind of because those businesses could not offer the same service as you did, though the Gastrohero website was open even during Corona, so people could have ordered, but the salespeople from the offline competitors were not allowed to get into the restaurants and kitchen. Okay, that totally makes sense. And is there like a new business stream coming up with this new delivery services by Volt and Lieferando and many more, where I'm hearing about this dark kitchens? So you don't have a restaurant anymore with like with real tables. There's just a kitchen anywhere, a virtual brand, just like an artificial brand, I would say, which is then listed online at Lieferando or any other services like Volt.com and delivering stuff. More focus actually on the productivity in the kitchen, not the hassle with the tables and the stools anymore in the restaurant. Is this really a thing? So have you seen this?
Yes, we saw this, and we also equipped. I'm not sure about the exact number, but I think 15, 20, 25 a dark kitchen we also equipped. So I think it's important to see the trends and to see what will happen. So we really saw this, and I think this also in the future will be kind of a thing. On the other side, when you see that there are more than 200,000 businesses in this area, you have to. This will not be a revolution for all of the restaurant or Horeca equipment. So there is a trend, and we see this not only in the dark kitchens. Also, some of our products we also sell to supermarkets and to retailers. We also see in these areas that there are new types of businesses, but in general, the amount of businesses and companies creating in this area is still not so relevant compared to the whole number of businesses working in the gastronomy sector.
Okay. And is there a trend on leasing the equipment for areas where there's equipment only needed in the summer or in the winter? Let's say you need a frozen yogurt machine. You only need it like for three months in a year. The rest in the kitchen, like the refrigerator, the fryer, you will need the whole year. I totally get it. So people would opt in for buying this equipment. But for equipment you only need like for 2 or 3 years, like the waffle machine during Christmas time, whatever. Is this something where the leasing setup makes sense?
So in this form, this still not exist. What exists is when you have a smaller period, like there's event. Of course, there is a big business sector of renting machine when there are types of events. What there at the moment is not that there is a specific leasing model where you have like 3 months. You say the frozen yogurt machine, and or the Christmas equipment, because everybody would need a machine like this in this type. So at the moment, I'm not aware that there is. Of course, maybe there are businesses like this, but this is not the usual way at the moment.
What about go-to-market strategies? Is this something you can expand easily into other markets? Not counting in Austria and Switzerland, but let's say, is there Gastrohero potential for the Netherlands?
Yes, we are quite happy that we, as you said, Germany, Austria, and Switzerland are maybe. We can discuss how much internationalization this is for us, especially the Swiss market was not that easy because you have more traditional customers. So we had to open an office, we had to open a showroom for the customers there, and also some legal differences. But we are quite happy that we were able to have really high growth rates in France as a real new international market, and also be profitable in France. And yes, we see a high potential of internationalization, but you have to different countries. So for us, what is good that the type of products that we have, our own brands and also the other brands, work in different countries. So it's not that way that you use for different countries very different product types. When it comes to United States, something like this, there are some differences or some different preferences, but in general, when we look to the European market, the products are the same. So this is the first important thing for us, where we see that we can use this. The other thing is, what is the customer? What is the customer structure? Our um, for us, it's important to really offer the customers a good service. So what we have to have, we have a good product, we have to need a good price, but we also have to have a good service. So it's not that easy to create a national-wide service structure when a product is broken, that you also can offer a repair service. So this was a task for the France market. So you cannot copy your concept 100% to every other country, but we see for Gastrohero that it's really a high potential to adapt the business model also for different countries. But you really have to have in mind the different situation. So the Netherlands market works very different in the customer structure than the Italian market, and the UK market works very different than the German market, as they has more change, more key account customers. But in general, and this we see as a high growth potential for Gastrohero, is the internationalization in Europe.
How important is your IT capability? I'm understanding that you need to invest lots of power and knowledge on the product side, like sourcing side and branding side. Yourself. But if I would ask a B2C company like Zando, what kind of business you're in, they would say we are a tech company. We are not a fashion company. Is it the same in your space?
Yes, we see four very important success factors that we want to be better than our competitors. First, as you said, it's a product, so a good product quality for good price and efficient supply chain, efficient supply chain. The other important thing for our customers is the availability and delivery. So when a customer purchases a product at Gastro, he usually needs it very fast, and so it's our task to really offer him a very high availability and a fast delivery. The third point is the service, as the technicians, the consultants, the purchasing consultants, but on the other hand, also really the tech the tech area. So last year we invested a lot to grow our tech department, to really optimize, on the one hand, our web shop, so to offer the customer really a higher usability and a better way of purchasing the things, but in a way that our customer really can use it. And on the other hand, we are a performance marketing machine which works with a lot of technical tools, with a lot of data insights. So this means that our tech department and our tech DNA that we have is one of our most important competitor advantages that we use, because most other companies in this area are very classic, and so this is really one important competitor advantage that we use.
What is the share of people in your team working on the tech side, on the customer experience side, versus like the more traditional departments, purchasing, marketing?
We now are 140 persons, and in our tech department related to the web shop, we work with 30 persons, and in our tech departments like data warehouse, BI, IT system, IT processes, we work with 10 persons, and in the marketing tech department, we work with more 5 persons. So in total we are one third of our company is really, or a little bit more than one third, is really focused on the tech and technology part, and not on the classical parts. But of course, we have a big after sales part. We have a purchasing, a logistics. We have our own warehouse with more than 20,000 square meters. So we also have traditional departments. And one very exciting task that we have is to combine these worlds. So what we did not do and what we don't want that we have a tech department which is flying separately from the other organization. We see a high potential really connecting the old world with the new world, and this is our main task at the moment.
Okay, got it. Then I would have as my last question something which is not focusing on the business model side itself. If we were thinking about the traditional private kitchen, I would say the last big innovation I can remember was the induction cooker, German Induktionsherd, and maybe the Thermomix for some households. Was there something such a big innovation in the professional kitchen industry that it really kind of reduced the people needed in the kitchen or made stuff way faster, like over the last 10 years? Was there the induction cooker moment in the professional kitchen, which I think today is still gas cooking mainly?
So in the last 10 years, I cannot. Of course, there are always some technology, new tech product technologies. So you see this, that the way of cooking changes slowly from time to time. The really big invention which changed a lot, but this was not in the last 10 years. This is already older. Is the steam oven, the Kombi Dämpfer. So this is a really in the professional kitchen equipment. This is a really powerful tool where you can do a lot of things, which is more complicated to use and to learn. But if you are able to really use this, you save a lot of time. You can produce your products with a higher quality, and you save manual work, so you need less employees to do this. So this is really one important point. On the other side, the last years, the whole way of using vacuuming changed in the professional kitchen equipment. So the process cook and chill process. So you invest the time before. So you don't prepare everything at the moment where you will deliver your meal. This is maybe in the last 10 years the thing which changed the most. And especially in the catering equipment, this is used. Yes, I would say this is in the last 10 years the most important change that we saw.
Okay, yeah, I hope for something way more innovative, somewhere where it's say, okay, it's like you can do the same now with only 50% of the cooks, but it still stays, it still is a very manual labor in the kitchen. Mark, it was very interesting having you here in the podcast. Definitely following up on some products you're offering on your website. A double fryer, maybe that could be something for my kitchen. It definitely looks interesting on your portal.
Yes, thank you. It was a nice talk, and till the next time.